Ingleton 62. 56 out there in Brenham, so not a bad afternoon. Get out and enjoy it. Temperatures topping out in the mid 60s as we head into this evening tonight, cooling down steadily, but not too much. By 9 o'clock, 51 degrees. Waking up tomorrow morning, upper 30s and the lower 40s, and then temperatures tomorrow warming up to nearly 70 degrees. You will notice a 20% chance of rain showers, nothing too heavy, just some light showers, not out of the question. And then on Saturday, winds are going to start to increase, temperatures a bit cooler as that cold front forecast to pass through Saturday afternoon. Now that cold front still expected to dip in and bring us frigid temperatures once we get into Monday night and Tuesday. But it looks like once we get to Wednesday, Thursday, things will start to get better. That big cool down, though, does mean runners for the Houston Marathon are going to need to bundle up. Your forecast at 6 a.m., 35 degrees with a wind chill of 28 through the entire race. Winds are going to be coming from the north at 15 miles per hour. That's going to allow for a pretty nasty headwind. So our forecast still calling for very cold weather. The big question, though, is what are we going to see? Some models showing ice, some models showing snow, other models not really showing anything. Coming up, we'll break down the main question marks and what you can expect as we get towards the middle of next week.
Everybody wants to know, that's for sure. All right, Caroline, we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Rather pleasant start to our Wednesday. Raiders camera. We've got some high clouds outside. Conditions actually pretty nice as we head into the afternoon. Temperatures reaching the mid 60s, and this is the first of two rather pleasant days. As we head into the day tomorrow, temperatures warming up into the upper 60s to near 70 degrees, but you'll start to notice changes. That's ahead of our next cold front, first bringing in isolated rain chances, and then on Saturday, temperatures will start to lower, winds will start to ramp up. That's as our cold front finally passes through the area. So as we go through the day today, it's this high pressure system dominating our forecast, keeping us dry, keeping us pleasant. But then into the day tomorrow, light rain chances are going to be possible. And then we're going to be monitoring as our cold front sweeps through the area. This is the Arctic front we've been tracking. That means for your Martin Luther King weekend, big changes coming. Saturday, 62 degrees and breezy. For Sunday, the Houston Marathon in the morning, temperatures in the 30s, warming up only to 46. A secondary push of Arctic air that's going to move in on Monday with high temperature of 40 degrees. You can see the coldest of the air reaching our area starting on Monday and continuing as we go into the day on Tuesday. By Wednesday and Thursday, it will start to back off. But these temperatures are no joke. Monday, a high of 40. By Tuesday, 36 degrees. That's for us here in Houston. That means areas further towards the north, you're going to be a bit cooler, so it is possible you could stay below freezing starting Monday night, lasting through Wednesday afternoon. Now, the big question: will we see snow next week? And unfortunately, we don't have a clear answer for you. There's still a bit of uncertainty because what we need is below freezing temperatures all the way up in the atmosphere, and we also need enough moisture. Some models saying no snow, other models saying snow. So I'm going to start by showing you the snowiest of the models. This is going to be the European model. This one has enough moisture moving up from the Gulf and temperatures below freezing that by Monday you can sight, lasting overnight into Tuesday, and then tapering off as we go into Tuesday morning, and then we'll dry out into the afternoon with temperatures reaching the mid 30s on Tuesday. Most of that would completely melt, and then it could refreeze into Wednesday. Now I'm going to show you the American model. This one keeps us just a touch warmer. See the possibility of a wintry mix, mainly starting Monday, and that touch warmer makes all the difference. It doesn't bring the moisture on Monday, and then as we go into Tuesday, perhaps a few snow flurries early in the morning, but then watch into Wednesday. Instead of seeing snow, it instead was bringing with it the possibility of a very cold rainfall. Regardless if anyone.
Yeah, not a deep freeze. That's encouraging.
No. That's what comes first to people's mind. Like, how bad is this going to get? It's nice to hear that.
Not that bad.
Good. Caroline, thank you.
Time now.
Caroline.
Hey, well, I'll tell you what, today is actually a beautiful forecast for the Houston area. A live look from our Arc Generators camera. You can see plenty of sunshine, some high clouds out there, but all in all, just delightful. 62 degrees, a lot better than what we were dealing with yesterday. Winds light around 5 to 10 miles per hour across the board, upper 50s to the lower 60s. But I'll tell you what, with that sunshine, it feels a whole lot better than yesterday. As we go into this evening, you will see temperatures steadily decreasing, but still not too bad. By 9 o'clock, 51 degrees, continuing to cool into the mid 40s by tomorrow morning. A few areas waking up in the upper 30s, but into the afternoon, Friday looks spectacular. High temperatures climbing right back into the upper 60s to near 70 degrees. There is a 20% chance of seeing an isolated shower. Nothing too heavy expected, certainly not forecasting any thunderstorms. And then into the day on Saturday, this is the day that the Arctic front finally arrives. That cold front will start to increase our winds. It'll also plummet our temperatures as we head through the afternoon. That means for the marathon runners on Sunday, you're definitely going to need to bundle up. Temperatures at 6 a.m. 35 degrees. Factor in the winds. It's going to be feeling like the upper 20s. As for those winds, by the way, coming from the north at 15 miles per hour through the entire race. That means both the half marathon and the marathon runners can expect a pretty big headwind for at least a few miles. The good news, though, we are going to continue to see mostly sunny conditions. Now that Arctic air really starts to settle in as we go Monday and Tuesday of next week. In fact, both Tuesday and Wednesday, we're putting forecast high temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. The big question, will we or won't we see any snowfall? Coming up, we'll break down. Well, if you haven't been outside, you are in for a treat. It is beautiful out there. We've got plenty of sunshine, some high clouds from our Arc Generators camera. As we head into the afternoon, temperatures steadily warming through the 60s this afternoon. 64 degrees here in Houston. We're going to keep getting warmer tomorrow, waking up in the mid 40s, warming up into the upper 60s to near 70 degrees. There is an isolated chance of some light rain showers tomorrow. Nothing heavy, no thunderstorms. And then Saturday, you'll start to see winds increasing. This is as our cold front starts to move through. Temperatures only reaching 62. That front passing through around lunchtime. That's going to start to lower our temperatures by Saturday afternoon. So Future Track is going to show a high pressure system dominating the forecast for today. This is keeping us dry, really allowing for a pleasant Thursday. You can see some of those rain showers that are going to be possible tomorrow. Nothing heavy, nothing very widespread. And then our actual Arctic front is going to move through on Saturday. By lunchtime, it's going to be passing through the Houston area. And then we're going to start to feel that cold air ushering in. That's why Sunday for the marathon, temperatures much cooler. Highs on Sunday only reaching 46 degrees. You'll see mostly sunny skies. And then into Monday, that cold air really starts to settle in. In the morning, temperatures are going to be below freezing. In the afternoon, only reaching about 40 degrees. In fact, cold high temperatures, that's going to be with us through the entirety of next week. Tuesday and Wednesday, highs only reaching the mid to upper 30s. Now, mornings still are going to be very cold. Tuesday morning, you can see a hard freeze possible for many in our area. This is actual air temperature, but factor in the winds, and it's going to be feeling even colder. In fact, here in Houston, feeling like the teens in the lower 20s both next Tuesday and Wednesday. So prepare for a massive cool down. The big question, will we see snowfall? So some models saying no, other models saying yes. We need a lot to happen in order to get that snowfall. We need plenty of moisture. We need the lift in the atmosphere. And we need our air to be cold enough. This model does show the possibility of snowfall, mainly starting Monday night, lasting into Tuesday morning, and then tapering off and drying out through the day on Tuesday. I do think your best chance of seeing any wintry weather, that is going to be Monday night for some snowfall. A lot of kiddos out there, they're hoping for a snow day.
Right.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but right now it's looking more like a wintry mix overnight. and that's more dangerous than fun.
Yes.
Oh, driving's
So-
going to be treacherous if that's the case.
Yeah, something we're going to be watching and updating on very frequently.
Okay, Caroline, thank you. All right.
Caroline, but the clouds are moving back in.
Clouds are moving back in, and that's going to be the trend as we go through the next several hours. In fact, rain chances possible tomorrow. Let's get right into it because this afternoon, actually not too bad. We've got the cloud cover increasing. You can see it here from our Houston area Chevy dealer's camera. Temperature wise, I'd say we're pretty comfortable. Currently sitting at 64 degrees. Get out and enjoy sunset tonight at 5:46. Maybe you've noticed that's been getting later and later, so a bit more sunlight to help you enjoy the great outside. Temperature wise, sitting in the mid to upper 60s right now. 63 here in Hobby, 65 up in Tomball. As we go through the afternoon, the only con of our weather forecast, I'm going to say, is the mold spores. Yesterday, we had quite a bit of rainfall. Whenever we see more rain, the mold spores really start to blossom. So molds now in the moderate category. So allergy sufferers may be considered taking those medications. As we go through this evening, temperatures slow to really plummet. In fact, by 10 o'clock, still going to be in the lower 50s. Waking up tomorrow morning, mid 40s. So a chilly start to what's actually going to be a pretty nice afternoon. Temperatures on Friday reaching 68 degrees, a 20% chance of showers, and then Saturday 62. You'll start to see those temperatures falling as our cold front passes through. That's going to drop highs to the 40s on Sunday, and next week some highs in the 30s, but I've got more on that major cool down coming up.
Okay, Caroline, we'll see you for that in a second. Thank you. Forecast bracing for big changes next week,
yeah.
right?
Big changes next week, but I mean, we have seen some promising trends lately.
Okay.
It doesn't look like we're going to be quite as cold. Now, we're still talking below freezing, but we're not talking as dangerously cold. Let me show you what I know today. But for the rest of us who might have to hit the highways next week, things are trending positive. As for right now, a live look from our Houston area Chevy dealer's camera. We've got high clouds outside. Our future track is going to show that high pressure system starting to move out. That's going to allow for the possibility of some rain showers as we go into the day tomorrow. Nothing is looking too heavy, no thunderstorms, but scattered showers will be possible. This is ahead of a cold front moving into the state. It's eventually going to pass through the Houston area. Looks to be right around lunchtime. That means into the afternoon, we're actually going to see a big shift in our winds, and temperatures are going to start to go down. So if you're heading out to any watch parties for the Texans game, by the end of that watch party, it's going to be a lot cooler than how it starts. As we go into the day on Sunday, look at this drop in temperatures from 62 on Saturday. Sunday, 46 degrees. Sunday, also going to be the Houston Marathon. At race time, 35 degrees, wind chill of 28. So whether you're a runner or a spectator, make sure you bundle up. Through the entire race, winds are going to be from the north about 15 miles per hour. So that does mean a headwind for several of those miles. As for the big cool down, still forecasting high temperatures to take a nosedive Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Gonna struggle to even get out of the 30s. Tuesday still looks to be the coldest day this week, but the bigger change that we've been tracking is going to be those overnight lows. Previously, we were saying here in Houston, we could drop into the mid 20s, still possible, still far out, but we're kind of trending our forecast more towards the upper 20s. This would still mean insulating those pipes, but it's certainly a good sign. Now, I will tell you, temperature-wise, still very cold. In fact, waking up on Wednesday morning, wind chills in the teens. So you are going to need to be bundled up. It is going to be a dramatic change. And we are still talking about the potential for a wintry mix. Not all of our models are showing that potential, but this is the European, and this is the highest chance of seeing some of that snowfall. As we go Monday into the afternoon, the European has us much colder, and that would allow for snow potential into Tuesday morning and then drying out into the afternoon. Now, the American model, a little bit on the warmer side, still does show the possibility of a little bit of winter weather. Take a look at this as we go into early Tuesday morning. This is showing maybe the possibility of some flurries. something we're going to continue to track. What we can tell you with certainty is it is going to be significant.
All right, Caroline, final check on the weather. We got some.
As possible for Houston. We're going to talk a lot about it at 4.
All right.
A lot going on.
Yes.
That's going to do it for us here at 3.
We'll see you back here.
But once we get into Sunday, that's when the big temperature drop starts to happen. As for today, well, not too bad. We reached the mid 60s, a glow on the horizon over the Southwest Freeway. Temperatures currently sitting at 65 here in Houston. A little breeze coming from the north at 8 miles per hour. Across the board, it's pleasant. We still have about an hour and 45 minutes until sunset. I urge you, get out and enjoy this weather because next week, things are going to be a lot colder. Grilling and chilling tonight. Temperatures not going to cool down very quickly. By 9 o'clock, 51 degrees. Bundle up because waking up tomorrow morning, temperatures will be falling into the mid 40s. As we go through the day tomorrow, a 20% chance of seeing isolated showers. Nothing too heavy. And then on Saturday, winds will start to build as that cold front starts to work its way through the area. That's going to dramatically drop our temperatures. By Sunday, highs are going to be in the mid 40s. And that's just the first push of cold air. A secondary push of Arctic air is going to really help us lower the temperatures. By Monday and Tuesday, highs struggling to get out of the 30s. Tuesday next week definitely looks to be the coldest day. High temperature only reaching 36 degrees. We'll be waking up in the 20s. The biggest question, are we going to have enough moisture to where we could see some snowfall or ice? I'm going to break that all down coming up.
Okay, Caroline, we'll see you shortly. Now, lots of questions out there, I'm sure, about next week, Caroline.
Yes.
The whole country's going to be feeling this.
It's going to be
temperature
cold.
drop.
It is going to be so cold, not just here, but really everywhere. I mean, when we're talking about freezing temperatures in Houston, the rest of the country usually has temperatures staying well below normal. I did see some people showing this map and saying, oh, 65? Not 65 below normal, 65% chance of seeing temperatures well below normal. This is put out by the Climate Prediction Center. As for when that cold front is coming, it's going to make its way on Saturday. So let me show you the big picture. A high pressure system has been around us today. That will move out of here, which is going to allow for more cloud cover and the possibility of some light rain showers tomorrow. Now, I'm only putting it at about a 20% chance. Nothing too heavy, no storms, no severe, no flooding, but just a heads up, some sprinkles and showers will be possible tomorrow with the actual cold front passing through dry on Saturday. The timeline for frontal passage looks to be right around lunchtime, which means as we head into the afternoon, temperatures are actually going to be dropping. So over the next 3 days, temperatures taking a little bit of a nosedive. Tomorrow, still going to be mild, temperatures warming into the mid and upper 60s, a 20% chance of isolated showers. By Saturday, temperatures only reaching the lower 60s. That's right around lunchtime. And then after that front passes through, you'll start to see gusty winds from the north, temperatures dropping. So any Texans watch parties, it's going to be a lot colder by the end of the game. By Sunday, temperatures only reaching the mid 40s for highs, which means if you're heading out to watch or participate in the Houston Marathon, bundle up. At 6 a.m., 35 degrees, wind chill of 28. That's what it's going to feel like because of winds coming from the north at 15 miles per hour. That's what you can expect for the entire marathon. As for the big cool down, a secondary push of cold air is going to drop highs into the mid 30s Tuesday and Wednesday. In fact, Tuesday morning looks to be the day where we have the highest likelihood of seeing some of that wintry precipitation. Still talking about the potential for a hard freeze, especially north of Houston. But Tuesday, that's the day that we could see the possibility of either ice or snowfall. A lot of things have to come into play, but namely we need cold enough temperatures and we need ample moisture. If this comes together, it's certainly possible we could see some snow here in Houston. The timeline looks to be Monday night into Tuesday, which means next week it is going to be a bit messy. Got some pretty big changes coming. That's why today, just try to get outside. We've got some high clouds over the Southwest Freeway, a glow on the horizon. As for those temperatures, I think they're really perfect. Currently 65 degrees here in Houston, a light breeze coming in from the north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Temperatures across the board lower to mid 60s, 63 in Liberty, 58 out there on the island. So a chilly night, but we're really not going to be cooling down too efficiently. Take a look at these temperatures as we go through the evening. By 11 o'clock, dropping into the upper 40s. Tomorrow morning, waking up in the mid 40s. Now we are going to quickly start to warm up. That's because we've got nice temperatures, nearly 70 degrees tomorrow. You will notice a bit more cloud cover, a 20% chance of an isolated shower. Nothing heavy, no thunderstorms, but you could get a little bit damp. Saturday, that cold front starts to move through the area. It's going to be a dry front, but you are going to start to notice those winds really picking up starting Friday night. By Saturday night, that cold air ushers in. That'll have us waking up in the 30s on Sunday with high temperatures only making it into the mid 40s. Now, mid 40s sound cold, but into next week, we've got high temperatures in the mid 30s. I've got much more on that big cool down coming up.
Okay, Carol.
Caroline Brown tracking this forecast. It's a pretty day outside.
Yes.
We got some cooler. I'm being as diplomatic as I can. Colder temperatures coming our way, but time to plan for it.
Time to plan for it. And the thing is, things have been trending a little bit warmer. Every single time things are trending warmer. Now, we are still several days out. So tomorrow I could very frequently a live look outside showing a pretty pleasant Thursday afternoon. We've got some high clouds in place. That's because of a high pressure system. But as this moves out, another system moving right back in. That means tomorrow for your Friday, an increase in cloud cover. Some light showers are going to be possible into the afternoon. I don't expect anything strong, nothing severe, certainly no flood risk. Now our Arctic front, that's going to push through as we go through the day on Saturday. It's going to move through as a dry cold front, but you will be able to feel it as those winds are dramatically going to change and our temperatures are going to start to drop. Tomorrow, temperatures nearly 70 degrees. Saturday only making it into the lower 60s before that cold front moves through. That's going to dramatically lower our temperatures for Sunday. Forecast highs only in the mid 40s. Now, because we're going to be so cold, if you're heading out to the Houston Marathon, please dress appropriately, both spectators and runners. Temperatures at 6 a.m., 35 degrees with a wind chill of 28. That's what it feels like outside. Winds will be coming in from the north, sustained throughout the race at 15 miles per hour. That means both the half marathon and the marathon runners can see a pretty strong headwind for at least a few miles of that race. By noon, temperatures climbing into the lower 40s. And thankfully, the race is on Sunday as opposed to Monday or Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday, we're going to start to see those temperatures really plummet. Tuesday looking to be the coldest day of the upcoming week with highs only reaching 36 degrees. If it's 36 here in Houston, it's a lot colder to the north. As for what it's going to feel like next week, in the morning, several mornings, this is Wednesday at 6 a.m., we're going to wake up and feel like the teens. As for the rainfall potential, well, we're talking about the maybe possibility of seeing some snowfall. That's going to be on Tuesday morning. Otherwise, what's for sure is going to be those freezing temperatures. So I do want to show you a model that shows the possibility of some snowfall because the timeline has been pretty consistent. We would see that snow chance Monday night into Tuesday. This model, very aggressive. This has both the potential of moisture and temperatures well below freezing. That would allow snowfall. The concern is if temperatures are a few degrees warmer, that would bring with it freezing rain, sleet. Basically, it translates to ice on our highways. This model doesn't show as much moisture, but it still does show the potential of maybe a few flurries as we go Monday night into early Tuesday morning. This shows 5 a.m. on Tuesday, some of those snow flurries along I-10. But not lasting very long. So that's the big question mark. Not will it get cold, but how cold will we get? And when we're that cold, are we going to see the moisture? Our 10-day forecast showing temperatures going to be 68 tomorrow, a rather pleasant Friday, overnight snowfall. That can get really messy.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
We're watching.
We're watching and staying weather aware, as we like to
Yes.
say around here.
Thanks, Caroline. All right.